Folks, millions of Americans are urging President Biden to extend the federal unemployment benefit boost, and that is before it ends on September 6th. But what are your thoughts on this? Should President Biden extend the unemployment benefits, or should he just send out the fourth stimulus check? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and give this video a like.
The Senate is considering an infrastructure bill, and I'm glad we are. For too long, Americans have been compelled to send their tax dollars overseas to improve the infrastructure of other countries. I've been fighting for several years to invest the infrastructure here at home.
On this channel, I always do my very best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. So be sure to subscribe, everybody. Officials have just announced that states can pay benefits to the unemployed people past the September 6th expiration date, but they will have to use crisis funds that Congress has allocated to them. That is to the state and local governments. The American Rescue Plan that was passed in March did extend the crisis era unemployment benefits to Labor Day, and more than 11 million jobless workers are set to lose income support or see their aid reduced by $300 a week.
As we've all been discussing, we know there's a retirement crisis in this country, that across the board wages are flat, fixed costs are going up, people can't save for retirement, pensions are disappearing, and that means more reliance than ever on Social Security.
And states now have to use leftover money from the American Rescue Plan to fund the effort of helping out the unemployed people. Folks, should President Biden step up to the plate and help out those that are unemployed? Or should he just end the unemployment benefits? What do you think about this? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. But so far, the US economy is slowly improving. The national unemployment rate fell 5.4% in July from 5.9%, and payrolls increased by 943,000. The US economy has recovered to an extent that the $300 weekly boost will end nationwide as planned on September 6th. And according to Biden administration officials, it would also be appropriate for other temporary unemployment programs to end in many states. Those programs offer income support to the self-employed, gig workers, long-term unemployed people, and the people who don't normally qualify for state benefits. But so far, almost 6 million people have lost their jobs to the crisis.
So the country is still working through the side effects of the borrowing and spending the Democrats forced through back in the spring. But Democrats don't want to just refill their socialist prescription. They want to double the dose. Double the dose. According to what they just released, Democrats want to unite behind Chairman Sanders' resolution to spend a staggering $4.2 trillion more dollars. Of course, outside experts estimate the real cost will be even higher still.
So 12 states plus Washington, D.C. had unemployment rates above the 5.9% national average in June. Did you guys lose your job during the crisis, folks? And do you believe that the unemployment benefits should be extended by the federal government and President Biden? Or do you believe that President Biden should instead send out the fourth stimulus check until the economy fully recovers? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, folks. Now, there are also millions of Americans calling for the expanded child tax credit to be extended. The payments will continue until the end of the year, when the program will expire if Congress does not extend it. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and the Labor Department will also offer an additional $43 million in grants to support reemployment services. And Democrats are currently working on legislation that would be included as part of the Build Back Better plan from President Biden. This Build Back Better plan from President Biden should include a fourth stimulus check, an increase to the Social Security benefits, and also the expansion of the child tax credit. After all, everybody, President Biden did campaign on his promise of helping out the American people, so he should keep his promise. Do you agree with me? However, families could see up to $1,800 this year for each child under 6, and $1,500 for children 6 to 17 at the end of 2021. And for 65% of respondents, the remaining monthly payments will make a huge difference. And there was a consensus among respondents about wanting Congress to pass legislation to keep the payments coming beyond December 2021, with 80% saying it was important, while 70% of people said it was extremely important. Now, if made permanent, 57% said their mortgage or rent would be more manageable, if they receive the child tax credit payments. And so far, folks, monthly payments totaling $30 billion have gone out to American families with dependents, and for families that have eligible children but have not signed up. There is still time to enroll and receive monthly payments. In fact, the remaining payments will be larger than if someone had signed up before they began in July. And that's because the monthly money is an advance on a 2021 tax credit. Half to be delivered this year, and the rest come when families file their taxes next year.
Every hardworking American, Social Security will be there when you need it. America must honor its promise, and that means no cuts to the Social Security budget. Can I have an amen on that? Yeah. So we held this press conference today because we've got a budget deadline looming. But our vision is bigger than just what we're talking about today. We must look beyond the bare minimum. We've got to stop lurching from crisis to crisis and trying to desperately keep the lights on. This is the moment to focus on our core values and to carefully choose where we want to make our investments. I believe we should invest in serving our seniors. Yes, I believe that we should invest in serving Americans with disabilities. I believe that we should invest in children who have lost their parents due to the opioid crisis and who are relying on Social Security to save their benefits and get them through school. To the advocates who are here today, I just want to say one more thing about why your voices matter so much in these fights. You know, a few years ago, the whole conversation in Congress was about whether to cut Social Security a little bit or whether to cut Social Security a lot. Do you remember that? That's all people talked about, right? That was kind of the range of the conversation. But then something happened. We started to speak out. People across the country started to speak out. Advocates raised this issue, and they said, we're not here to cut Social Security. We're here to expand Social Security. That's why we're here. And here's the deal. The whole conversation has now changed. So that one position is, well, let's just deal with Social Security a little bit, and the other is, how could we expand it even more? You know, the ground has shifted, and now nearly every Democrat in the United States Senate has